Hello my friends, thank you so much for being here today. Today's video is going to be focused on some low-cost drugstore price range game-changing products. Okay, so just some things I've been stumbling across that I really haven't talked about, except maybe one or two things I might have given a little mention to here or there. But for the most part, I'm bringing you some recent discoveries that I think are just great, and they don't cost much at all. We all love finding something that really makes a difference in one certain way or another, but is not expensive at all and is very accessible. You can just run to the store and grab it. So that's what this video is going to entail. The first thing I'm going to mention is actually a hand sanitizer that I don't have in here. I'll grab a picture of it later, but it's from EOS, and that's the brand that makes, you know, the little sphere lip balms and stuff. But they make an actual hydrating hand sanitizer. I found it at Walmart. They had like two different scents. I gave one to mom. It was like a raspberry one. I've got a coconut one. And, you know, just for those quick little moments where you're like, I think I need some of that. I do a ton of hand washing, and that's, you know, the most important thing. But occasionally you need some hand sanitizer, and this one is a hydrating one that doesn't actually dry you out, but at the same time, it doesn't leave you super sticky either. And it smells really good. We have the coconut one, and it's so good. I love it. And I mean, Germ-X is great and all, but that stuff, like, it dries you out. It really does. And my hands have suffered because of stuff like that. So that's been a lot better for me. Here's another thing. While I might have dry hands, I got an oily scalp, or scalp that wants to be oily. But this stuff from Suave, it is the most basic shampoo. It's the Daily Clarifying. If you are a fine-haired person like me that's just wanting to maintain your volume and not have your hair get as greasy as fast, this is so good. You get that super clean feeling after you rinse with this. I also do have a conditioner. I use, gosh, it's also from Suave. It's their Naturals line, and it's the one with the minty scent in it. I really like that too. It's a lightweight conditioner because my hair is just, I mean, I've had some nice regrowth, you know, since having Bubba, but overall I've just got fine stick straight hair, and I have to be using something that's not going to weigh it down at all. And I had found a really good one from Herbal Essences, the Arabica coffee fruit one. That one's good, but I can never find it in the store, and this has got to be the most accessible. I'm sure this is at every dollar store, every Walmart, big old bottle for like a couple of bucks, and it just gets my hair so super clean. And that's just the main objective. That's what I've learned with my hair. You know, I can watch people talk about using hydrating things in the shower until I'm blue in the face, but it's not going to be for me. You know, I need something that just really gets the hair clean, gets any buildup of styling products off of there, and gives me that complete fresh start after I wash it. Now, I don't feel like it over dries, but I feel like my hair stays cleaner longer, isn't prone to oiliness as quickly, because like I said, a little bit of oiliness on my hair and it really shows. So I have loved that stuff, and I've been meaning to tell you guys about it for quite a while now. Now back to dryness. I got dry hands, I got dry feet. This, if you have dry, crusty heels. I love that meme, by the way, where it's like your dry, crusty heels watching you buy yet another skincare product for your face. That's my exact situation. But I get these foot masks, and they're so good. They're like little bags that you put your feet in, and you just kind of fasten the top. You leave them on for 10 minutes. You take them off, and your feet feel so soft and so renewed and just beautiful. Like, if you need to treat yourself, if you're doing a face mask, go ahead and throw on a foot mask too. This is so good. I absolutely love it. I think I talked about it on Instagram like weeks ago, and I got so many comments saying, oh my gosh, I love that too. I even went and purchased the hand mask, which I haven't yet used, but this, I'm convinced, is just amazing. The Repairing Cica foot mask from Aveeno Prebiotic Oat and Shea Butter helps repair extra dry, problem skin. And so it is a single-use thing, so if you want to do this more than once, you got to buy some more foot masks, but it's really good. I really like it. I think it makes a complete difference in your skin. Some makeup related things. You guys, has anybody been thinking about touching up with a dampened beauty blender? Because I'm starting to realize that that is absolutely the way to go, especially one of these little ones. This is like a mini from Real Techniques, and I've realized a few times when I've touched up my makeup how good it looks when I press it in with this, especially since I've gone through a really dry period after that cold, and I was dealing with like all this dry crustiness around the nose. Still probably got a little bit of that, but I was taking a foundation stick, and I'm actually wearing this all over the skin as my base today, this Maybelline Fit Me. I mean, super easy to blend in. It's way better than you'd think it would be. This stuff has been around a long time. It's got like a little core for shine free or whatever, but if I'm needing to touch up, and let's say things have worn down around the nose, which I'm not very worn down now, this is fresh makeup, but I'm just showing you. Like, let's say you dab some of this on and then just get your little dampened sponge. I love the small size for touch-ups. It just stays right where you want it in those certain pinpointed areas. I've even touched up my under eyes, and it's like everything actually looks really refreshed and nice instead of caked up again. And I find that I'm not really touching up with powder, but a stick like this, it's not too dewy. It's not quite as full coverage as a concealer, so you're not getting all that thickness and coverage that you really don't need, and you're not getting the sticky tackiness. It's like just a perfect little texture. I wear this in Classic Ivory. It's just the Fit Me Shine Free Plus Balance Foundation for combination skin, and it's just, I swear, the best little touch-up tool. So on under eyes, anywhere where your makeup's wearing down a little bit, and use a little dampened sponge, small enough to where you have the control to stay just in the areas where you need the touch-up, and it just keeps the skin from looking like, okay, I've just caked on more makeup. You know, I might have taken care of this or that problem, but yet everything looks thicker. It doesn't look thicker with this. So this is like a great little touch-up combo. I'm so excited about it. I want you to know about it. It makes a world of difference if you touch up with something like this and a little sponge. Another thing, I discovered a really great drugstore blush in terms of liquid blush. There are a lot of nice emerging kind of cream blushes like Squeeze Tube. We've seen several of those. Some good stick blushes here or there, but this liquid blush from Profusion, somebody said in a comment that these remind them of like the Rare Beauty blushes, and I see that for sure. This is in the shade Mai Tai. It's very like peachy orangey, almost a little more orangey than I thought it was going to be, and it reminds me so much of those little blushes I got from Shein, you know. Got the spongy tip, the liquidy blush, only, you know, these are really accessible and available at Walmart. And today I've just got one little dab of that liquid blush on each cheek, blended it in super quickly and easily with like my Sephora 56 brush, or you could use your fingers, and the look is so good, and it doesn't wear away at the makeup coverage that you've got underneath, but it's like perfect lightweight, easily blendable, but liquid texture. I mean, I'm trying to think of another really good liquid, like not saying cream, but actual thin liquid blush in the drugstore. Again, it's from Profusion. This brand is sold at Walmart. It's called Blush Hour Soft Matte Liquid Blush, and I have it in Mai Tai. I would love to try some more shades. I think it's so pretty, and just the blending it in process. Sometimes with liquid blushes, you're worried about them setting and staining really quick on the skin. This does not do that. It's very easy to blend, but again, as you blend it, it's not chipping away at your overall coverage in any product you have underneath. I love that. That's a great find. These have most definitely been mentioned before, but I'm just going to shout them out because they are so cheap, and I don't feel like they get enough love. They're like a basic, no frills, perfect blush, and they're these from Wet n Wild. I probably haven't raved on them as much as they deserve, so that's why I am going to mention them here, even though I want this to largely be like not stuff I've harped on already. But the Pearlescent Pink, it's got just a little bit of a sheen, satin finish, beautiful basic pink blush. And then the one in Mellow Wine, these are just the Color Icon blushes from Wet n Wild. This one is a matte. They are so pigmented, so super nice, basic colors. If you like a deeper dusty rose, go for this. If you like a softer, you know, this is a really nice, soft, youthful pink. One little dab in with a blush brush, and I tell you, you will have immediate impact on the skin. They are cheap, but the pigmentation means you're probably not going to even use them up that fast. But these are completely where it's at. These are great blushes. I don't think there's that many shades. There might be one other shade that I'm missing here, but pick them up at Walmart, Target. Super accessible, super good. And this little highlight palette, okay? This, talk about something that I immediately thought was a mistake when I touched the texture of the powders, but has grown on me so much. This Lumi Glow Nude palette, nothing new. This has been around for a while, but it's in the shade Moon Kissed, and it's got these 4 really nice little powders. You may have seen me use this briefly on my channel, but I haven't really talked about it. We have a really light, like whitish shade here that's very brightening, but this one is kind of the star. This one gives you that glow that's, you know, kind of popping off my cheeks here, and it's so brightening, doesn't dull you down at all. Slightly warmer take on that glow. And then this deeper shade, the other day I was just playing around and I used that as a crease color in my eyes, and it was great. I actually used this in the crease and these on the lid, and it was a perfect little easy look. But the thing is that they feel dry, like they don't appear to be the kind of powder, like they'd be the furthest thing from, let's say, an ABH highlight where you put your finger in and it's like, oh, is it almost creamy? It's amazing. You will not have that sensation with these, and you feel like maybe your brush is picking up the bare minimum, but yet on the skin, like it totally is enough. And none of them are chunky, like there's no identifiable sparkle coming out of these, and I've just been super pleased anytime I've put this on, so I thought I'd talk about that too. And finally, a couple of lip things, my friends. This balm, I feel like so much of what I've mentioned has been practical, like a really practical good find in one way or another. This is not so practical, but this has an amazing scent if you love pineapple. Okay, if you love the smell of that sweet pineapple, this Essence Fruit Kiss Caring Lip Balm with 10% almond oil. Oh, it's so good. It's such a perfect pineapple scent for sweet pineapple. The girls and I always talk about like different fruits and stuff. What's your favorite fruit? They're big into asking anytime we sit down for dinner, what's your favorite? And then fill in the blank, anything. We always talk about favorites. And we all agree like a fresh pineapple is as sweet and juicy and amazing as it gets. And this captures that smell perfectly, and other than that, it's just like a basic lip balm. There's nothing above and beyond maybe other good lip balms that you've tried, but the scent is like way up here. I love it. They've got some other balms in this line that actually have like a little bit of tint. There's also a good coconut one that I like, but this pineapple scent, you just don't run into a lot of things that are that accurately scented for pineapple. And then what's on my lips today? This beautiful matte comfortable jumbo stick that I found from Hard Candy. It's called All Matte Up Nourishing Lip Crayon with Coconut and Hemp Oil. And what's the shade actually? Oh, this is Retro Red. And this reminds me so much of those NARS sticks. You know what I'm talking about? The NARS lip crayons, because it goes on with a ton of smoothness. It's probably not the hardcore staying power of a Super Stay Matte Ink Crayon, so I'll just warn you there. But it also is a little more moisture, and I find that this shade is so like rosy and vibrant that it actually does hang on pretty well on the lips. But it reminds me so much of those NARS crayons because the glide, the color payoff, just super soft and leaves the lips so perfect looking. This color, I don't know what it is with me and like the soft reds these days, but anytime I lay my hands on something that is that pretty soft red, are you picking up on the fact that this is not as hard of a red as it could be? I could put on a red that's even more bold and bright than this, but this seems soft, kind of casual in a way. I've got this top on that has these kind of like reddish pops, and I just love like that pairing, you know? So I thought I'd point that out. This is a really good formula, so I'm sure there are other good shades worth investigating, but this is the one that I have. It's again called Retro Red, and I think it's so, so pretty. Wasn't there an NYC lipstick back in the day called Retro Red? But yeah, guys, that's what I have to share today. I feel like all of these things can level up your game in makeup and beauty. A lot of them cater to a real practical need that we might be having, and I'm super impressed with the touch-up tip. That's my main thing here. Like getting your hands on a stick foundation that's going to be the perfect consistency to touch up with, and then actually using a mini dampened sponge to get the job done. Like it completely restores your makeup to the way it began. So that is probably like my best tip in this video. That and the darn shampoo, my goodness. So thank you guys so much for your time. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you've got any dirt cheap game changers, let me know in the comments section, and I will see you guys again very soon. I love you. Bye.